2. Tenacity of mind and level of patience do matter to get a space to perform. O. Offer your best and put forward your innovative creativity to get noticed. Perform. P. Performance means translating your thought into action. E. Energy of the self should be showcased with zeal and maintained with patience. R. Reasoning. Reasoning of the self, when projected with perfection, leads to appreciation. F. Finishing. Finishing touch does matter, whether it be in exams or in any creative venture. O. Offer. Offer and dedicate your performance to the Almighty. E. Excellence will follow. R. Reaching out means to perform, so develop the perfect communication skill. M. Market yourself as a product. Do take time for the self-packaging. In these 17 statements, we're getting a clarified vision. Think further and ask yourself whether you have given enough thought to this. If you have not, then start positive introspection. Process all the available information you have and then search for a platform to perform. In order to perform well, there has to be sound communication, which we will take up next to understand sound and silence. Till then, do contemplate the perfect packaging of your product, your talents, and creative edge. Being Precious, A Leaf from My Life, page 41. Sound and Silence, A Perspective. The universe was created from eternal silence with a sound, which modern scientists refer to as the Big Bang Theory, and which ancient Indian tradition calls Nada Brahma. However, at the manifestation level, sound and silence are tooled together by humankind to communicate effectively. The expression values of sound and silence have their various acoustic nuances and perspectives. Let us quickly peel off these two words to highlight some of their essential elements, which generally remain undiscussed. Then we will take up communication. Sound. Sound remains the potent creative energy. O. Omnipresence can be found in sound and silence. Feel its wavelength to synchronize your mind, body, and soul. U. Utter. Utter any word with desired modulation to give an added meaning to your expressions. N. Nurture the concept of furthering inner silence towards fathoming the deep tranquility. D. Dynamics of silence have an expression. Feel it, use it. And silence. S. Silence for too long leads to a state of unexpressiveness. Think it over. Are you tooling silence too much? I. Introvert. Introvert nature can silence your personality. L. Lesser expression gives a scope for misinterpretation. E. Enjoy. Enjoy the joy of sound and its expression against the background of deep silence. N. Nature, when it is shrouded with awe-inspiring silence, can frighten all. Don't imitate the coldness of silence. C. Cautious. Cautious utterances at times limit our frank expressive nature. E. Entertain. Entertain your inner qualities for a purposeful expression. Page 42. Communication. Conscious mind speaks out to communicate. So do listen to your mind as unconscious thinking can be heard within. O. Offer the right kind of space between sound and silence or produce meaningful utterances. M. Measure your frequency of utterances and change the pitch notation and modulation to suit the purpose of expression. M. Mind your language. Don't be harsh with the sound of uttered words or negative silence. U. Unexpressed. Unexpressed, if you want to remain, then make it forceful affair with silence. N. Never allow your voice to quiver. Have the fearless, confident mind to speak out. I. Intonations. Intonations in your utterances matter as they impress upon others' mind. Play with words and modulated sound. C. Core. Core factor of communication is the thought. Think clearly to speak with authority. A. Allow. Allow yourself to feel the silent space within so that your communication can become more purposeful. T. Train. Train your voice and deliver speeches before the mirror, especially prior to a public address or performance. I. Indigenous people knew the encoded meaning behind even an unintelligible sound. Likewise, there exists a hidden yet meaningful sound formula behind every uttered word. O. Often we find there is a roaring, chaotic sound within and feel disturbed. Try to understand its hidden meaning and feel the causative factor, which is very near and dear to you. Never neglect the silence of you. Never neglect the silence if you want to communicate successfully. Punctuate your utterances with pauses called silence. Then 25 layers clarify many aspects of perceiving these three words. We have seen that sound and silence exist together, and individually each of them is potentially powerful. Again, at the level of communication, it has varied hues. Nevertheless, sound and silence need to be pondered over deeply to use their potential successfully. With this knowledge, we will be moving towards the aspect of developing a perspective in life and towards understanding the concept of analytical approach. Till then, explore the sound and silence within and without. Being Precious, a Leaf from a Life, page 43. Culturing the perspective of analytical approach. The world around is complex and things are happening constantly, so our understanding is forever changing its position at the comprehension level. Thus, everything around should be closely noticed through a clear perspective. To comprehend anything, we need to have a dynamic analytical approach. Let us peel off these words to come to a clear understanding. Perspective, analytical approach. Perspective. P. Perspective means multi-level dynamic and omnidirectional viewing power. E. Effective action is possible after gauging anything in the correct perspective. R. Rational thinking matters in our thought process. S. Situations are ever-changing, so keep up the attitude of constant evaluation. P. Personal involvement matters for emphatic understanding and objective review. E. Evaluator. You must remain one, so adopt multi-angular vision. C. Cater. Cater to others' needs and requirements. D. Discover benevolence within you. T. Tense mind provokes bias and narrow thinking. Play it cool. I. Information begetting and analytical perspectives need to be cultivated. V. Value others' viewpoints while implementing your ideas. Don't overshadow others. E. Enjoin a logical deduction for getting greater results. And analytical. A. Analyzing a situation gives you a forward-looking vision. N. Negativism is the last asylum for the defeatist mind. A. Ascertain the factual position and drain inference from information. Lightly nothing should be taken when profiling any perspective analysis. Why? Yesterday gave you the experience to tool today for future mapping. T. Tenacity is a must for an analytical mind. I. Instinctively process all information and situations to correct and update your perceptions. C. Conclusions are based on relativity of truth. Even conclusions need to be amended. A. Actual situations should be analyzed for developing a pragmatic course of action. L. Little doubt if you develop, then halt for a while and give the benefit of doubt to the situation. Approach. A. Approach and attitude must be positive for getting greater results. P. Prepare for the worst and do create a falling ground. This is part of strategy evaluation. P. Practice that what you preach. This matters for lasting self-belief. R. Retrospective analysis makes you a realist. O. Occult is antithesis for logical and scientific action. Never submit to superstition. A. Attempt your implementation plan in phases for step-by-step growth. C. Crux of the matter is developing a comprehensive perspective before complaining implementation. C. Crux of the matter is developing a comprehensive perspective before planning implementation. H. Head or march ahead towards pragmatism. Show the world your determination. Thus, we have tried to unveil the mystique concepts of perspective and analytical approach within the board 29 entry points. We have understood that these words are no jargon and they have plenty of ideas within which can help map out a successful life. However, for success in life, demonstrative deliberations matter. So we will unveil this concept next. Till then, do develop the perspective for imbibing an analytical approach. Page 45. Mind your deliberations. Finally, what matters in life are your deliberations and how you demonstrate your talents and abilities. There has to be conscious thinking and strategy planning to put yourself forward in the best perspective before the world. To understand all these, we are now going to peel off the words demonstrative, deliberations, to get an edge above the latent concepts hidden beneath them. D. Demonstrative. D. Direct approach should be used if you want to be demonstrative. E. Emotions as a tool for expression are the best means of showcasing oneself with all the colors. M. Motion and maneuverability do matter in your lifestyle. O. Offer your best self for everybody's good. This gives you a social projection. People do watch it. N. Nurture your inner self for expression. S. Sound knowledge of self and about situations leads towards smart deliberations. T. Train your mind to approach others. By doing this, you can put forward your best. R. Retrospect and even regret should be used to modify your course of actions. A. Apathy. Apathy towards none matters most. T. Teach yourself the art of harmonious synchronization of thought and action. T. I in you does matter, but respect others too. V. Variances of varied self identities are to be showcased in turn. E. Entertain others to feel at home anywhere and everywhere. Your company and gesture should matter. D. Dialogues. Deliberations. D. Dialogues should be well articulated and should also be cushioning factor for others. E. Ensure that your positivism comes for the fore. Ensure that your positivism comes to the fore always. L. Latent. Latent talents must be explored for outward appreciation and to allow corrections. I. Ignite your passionate soul and talk through your heart. B. Behavior that can be deemed as a healing touch does matter to establish close contacts. E. Enjoy your deliberation and the spirit of life, which can yield greater results. R. Retreat. Retreat is also important for rejuvenation. Do create your personal retreat within. A. Attractions do matter. D. Develop your face value with a cosmetic touch. T. Tune yourself with a current melody. Don't be outdated or indulge in thinking which is ahead of the times. I. Increase your patience and perseverance. Take time to implement your uniqueness. O. Obvious negatives should be kept aside. Your personality should be read as positive. N. Nurture nature naturally to build your work of creation with ease. By now we are aware that one has to be an extrovert to deliver results. Innocence and a direct approach give you the required mileage. You have to bring out your latent qualities to show the world that you care for others. The spirit of living life and enjoying the world around, especially on the lap of nature, helps us to bring out the essence of our pure soul. Well, we must surge ahead, whatever may come, and cultivate self-assurance to rekindle the fire again, which we will take up next. Till then, do ponder over your deliberations in life. Page 47, Surging Ahead with Confidence. Our world is very complex. Relations are strained, life situations are conflicting, success and achievement struggle with failures, emotions are tooled, aspirations are booted, inspirations are smoked in ambiguity. Within this broad spectrum of scenarios, the self is mutilated beyond recognition. If one asks you about the last celebration you have had after an achievement, then you would take a long time to answer. But if I ask you, when was the last time sordidness or failure visited, the answer will be prompt. Because by brooding over our failures, we actually celebrate them, causing them to loom large over us and haunt our mind. At this juncture, we need to have a close relook at ourselves and think about our scope of confidence and how to surge ahead with positivism. So let us peel off and work out a possible positive vision.